Hello and welcome back to another 6-scale figure review with me, your host, That Mania. And today, I lied in my last video. I have to confess. I said I don't have the red Daredevil figure. Well, I lied. It was all a lie to get you guys to believe that I didn't have it. So when you saw this video, you'd be like, oh my god, he got it. No, I got this at the same time as the Punisher, which I'm closing the box of right now. And I got them both at the exact same time, and I lied to you in that Punisher video, making you think that I didn't have the original Daredevil now in my possession, but I do. And I got him for an absolute steal. I feel like a criminal. And I could not be more excited to open him up, especially with the fact that they just put up the new Daredevil for pre-order, so I can have 3 Daredevils in my collection, which is 3 more than I previously had. But here's the box. It is all red, because, as we know, Daredevil only sees in red, apparently. It even has Braille at the bottom, which is exclusive to Daredevil, because I don't know if you know this, but Daredevil, he can't see anything. But the box is super cool. I didn't even notice the Braille until just now. Back is pretty like a blood splatter here. You can see some city there. Overall, it is a fantastic box. But what we're looking for is the prize on the inside. So, after waiting way too long to get this guy into my possession, let's take a look at Daredevil. So after long last, here he is. The devil of Hell's Kitchen, the man without fear, Matthew Murdock. I almost just said the Punisher. I almost just ruined that whole thing by saying the Punisher. Daredevil. I have been so excited for this thing. Ever since I started looking for it, I knew that I've been wanting this for a very long time. It's probably been like my number one grail piece. And to finally have it here in front of me is... It's... I don't even know how to describe the feeling to you. It's a good feeling, man. I'm just so happy. I do have a little bit of a grievance with the overall figure, but I can look past it because this is the happiest I've been in a very long time. I just cannot believe I finally got a Daredevil for a very, very, very reasonable price. So I can't really complain, except for the one thing that I'm going to complain about, which really irks me, but you know, we'll make do. Anyway, let's get him off of the spinning turntable and take a look and talk about, for probably a very long time, Daredevil from Season 2 of the Netflix series. So I do have to admit, my version of Daredevil is slightly modified. The person I got it from just slightly repainted the 2 sculpts, or the mouth plates, and put some padding on the shoulders, but it's not really drastically noticeable, but it is semi-noticeable compared to the original. But other than that, he does come with his two-step Billy Club here, which looks great. You can see that there's the fake connector piece and the 2 pieces, because obviously, as we all know, they do come together to make the one big one, which is also a great piece. I don't see myself using this accessory because I like it in 2 hands. You do also have the one that's got the wire in between them, which is cool. But there's not enough wire for me. So I did get a bunch more wire so I can really get crazy with the poses and do what I need to. This is about 3 feet of wire here. It's not an accessory that comes with the figure, but it is something that I got. He has his rooftop diorama piece for the back of his display base. It's not connected. It has this big black box, and it just kind of sits on top of it. You can see here you got some rooftop, you got some broken glass, some bricks, some broken pipe. So overall, pretty cool. Oh, it's not even a rooftop. I'm an idiot. This is a sidewalk, because that's a sewer grate. I thought this was a rooftop. Why would he be on the sidewalk? I'm so sorry. Why would he be on the side? Daredevil's whole thing is rooftops. Why would he be on a sidewalk? Now I'm confused. Other than that, he comes with his extra mouth plate, which is him, the kind of angry one. And you can see where the repaint comes in, because it is slightly more vibrant in the red department, which looks nice. He does look a little weird without his eyes, which is fine, I guess. I don't know why they gave him a face without eyes. It's like they don't want him to see. This head sculpt's a little... I would give this head sculpt a 0. It doesn't really look very good. It doesn't even click in. It just kind of... Like, I don't know how I'm going to use that head sculpt, you know? Anyway, let's actually, without being an idiot, talk about Daredevil here. And my biggest issue. I don't really like the way his nose sticks out of the mask. Yes, I know that it's how it looked in the show. But I don't know, at 6 scale, it kind of looks goofy. Like, it's almost not supposed to be like that. But, like, the mask. Like, I like the way the mask connects. Ooh, that doesn't look... It's not a very flattering look for you. But, like, I don't know, just the way his nose sticks out just seems really weird to me. It feels like it should be covered. Am I the only one that feels this way? Like, it's just, like, weird floating nose piece. Like, there's not a rest of the nose, so it just kind of feels, I don't know, odd. I'm also not fully seeing, I'm not fully sold, but again, this is an old one, so I can excuse it. What I can't excuse is the fact that I see it even less on the newer one. I don't see Matt Murdock in that, and I'm not really seeing it in this either. It just kind of looks like they have a generic white dude in there, at least on this one, because there's not even like the iconic facial hair. This is like they ripped all the skin off, or the hair off his face, and he's just like, look, I'm a happy little alien. But on this one, I don't know, I'm not quite feeling the matte there either. Like, it's almost there, but the nose feels weird, and the mouth, like, from the side I see it, but from the front, I'm not quite getting it. I will excuse it somewhat because, again, this figure is not as recent and new as something as, say, the new Daredevil. But the rest of the cowl is fantastic. I love it. I like the way the black breaks up the maroon here. I like the eyes being covered over like that. I love the helmet piece. I think it is really cool. I think it is a great accessory. Not accessory, it's a great piece. It's an accessory on the So-So Toys Hero Lawyer, but this is actually a part of the figure. Speaking of Hero Lawyer, I want to try something. So I have the So-So Toys Hero Lawyer here with the Matt Murdock sculpt from the maroon and red. And I just want to see how it looks. Alright, so it's got the same issue that it had on the Hero Lawyer, where it's not really designed for it, so it looks really odd to have it on. I would not suggest this ever. Maybe, hold on, I've got some neck extenders here. Maybe we can, without plugging it in all the way. Oh, that's much better. All right, fix the problem. There we go. Doesn't that look great? Like, it's like the same height. I guess if you can kind of get the suit to run up a little bit, it'll look a little better. But I think no matter what, this head's not going to work on this body. I don't know if you saw. I had to get that neck peg out, sorry. I don't know if you saw, but there is, by 11X Kai, whatchamacallit, they're making Bullseye when he's in the FBI, him. I can't remember his name all of a sudden. I can't remember Bullseye's actual name. But they're making him, and they're making it so he has a neck piece that connects to the Daredevil outfit. So I think that might be a prime time to get the... If you can find a sculpt that works with that, you can take that neck piece, pop it onto your mat, and maybe that'll work. Because this neck piece is all one piece, so you're kind of stuck with it. I feel like I've jimmied on long enough. Let's move on to the rest. Here we have the outfit, and it's this maroon and black infused kind of jumble of colors. Not jumble of colors, it makes sense. I do wish there was a bit more maroon and the black accented it more than like the black is like the main of the body here. I feel like there's a bit too much black. I understand that the black, well, actually, more in the comics, it's more of like a maroon that's accenting it more than a black. I get that they went with black here, so it looks a little better, and you can't really cell shade in real life. But I do wish there was a little less black, because maroon is kind of his thing. I like the black accenting lines and like this stuff, but it's not quite screaming to me as much with like this front black allness. Oopsies, too far. Like, I feel like it's too much. There's too many things going on here, and it's not quite as flush as it could be. I feel like for his like big reveal hero suit, it's too much. Simplicity is king, in a kingdom such as this. But if you go around, I like the black here. It's breaking up some color, so it's not bad. Back here, it's not bad either. It might be a little bit too much. There's too many kind of color angles coming out. But it's not bad. I like here. It's like a nice breakup line. But I don't know. There's just too much black in the front here, especially with this crotch area where it just becomes like, I don't know. What is this area here? Like pee-pee pants black? Like, is this the area where he pisses himself and like he doesn't want people to see it, so he should bring black? Why is the pee-pee pants area the black part? I don't know. It just feels weird. Because it's not on the back. It's no poo-poo pants black. It's just on the front here. It just feels like, I don't know, thrown in at times. Just to be like, oh, look, we need some black. I would have made black accent lines here, like I said, with everything else. I think it would have worked better overall. Again, I don't hate the suit. I really like it. But now that I'm looking at it in a 6-scale form, I feel like I should critique it a little bit. Like here, right here is perfect. There's a nice balance between the black and maroon. I like that the maroon is like armor on the black. It's not blended in. It looks really nice. I think it works really well. I don't like when the black is just thrown in because they feel like they just need the color black in there. I don't know. Like this works. This works. This is nice. This is black. That throws in that black. This just feels forced. I like the way it works down here where it's just kind of like a stripe in the middle. And then boots, the black boots. Look at that. Which have some like reddy red on the front. What is that? I don't know. It's got a little bit of like almost dried blood on the front. That's cool. That's a cool feature. What's not a cool feature is just like almost, it looks like I don't know, like there's a face in here. Like oh, I get it now. He's a huge fan of Ben Grimm, the Thing. Because you see, there's the brow and there's the mouth. And he's saying, it's clobbering time. I get it now. All right. I see the vision. I've got it now. We all agree, right? We all agree that that's what they were going for now. Anyway, enough jabbering about. Let's bring out the Punisher. Let's bring out the Punisher before we do anything else. So you're probably saying to yourself, wow, the Punisher is in a very similar pose to the one I remember at the end of the video. It's because I just recorded it, idiot. But anyway, Daredevil is shorter here than the Punisher, which is weird. Not because, like, he can't be shorter than the Punisher. I don't know. I feel like his neck is a little too shrubby. There's something about, like, shrubby neck here that I can't quite get to sit up enough where it feels normal, almost. But it's fine. It's whatever. I'll make do. I'll figure out a pose that'll make it look fine. But he's definitely showing his age. He was struggling to stand up because his ankle joints are just so loose. But I do love the way these two look together. I think this is going to be an awesome display with the two of these standing next to each other side by side. That, I guess, side by side is what next to each other would be. So I feel like I'm being quite redundant, but I'm also, I'm a giddy little boy. I'm super excited. I finally got the figure that I've been looking for forever now, and it's a super exciting moment for me. I've been putting this guy off for way too long, and then I saw the opportunity and I took it, and now I have both of them, which is way more than I thought I'd ever have, which was none of them. Let's, however, now bring out the Matt Murdock collection, that I now have, which is way more Matt Murdock than I thought my shelves would ever be able to carry. So here we have my overall Daredevil collection. We have the yellow and maroon version, which is just a more updated version of this one. It is, for the most part, the exact same suit, slightly different proportions. He's a little bigger, and they made the sculpt a little bigger, the neck a little longer, which pretty much solved the problem I have with this one, with the neck being a little too short. But it is the exact same outfit, just in a different color scheme, and the boots are different. But it's really nice that I've now noticed that also the mouth is not as prevalently out. But I do like the way they look together. I love the Matt Murdock in the middle, who's got big head syndrome, but it is the one from this one as opposed to the So-So Toys one. So the sculpt is of a much nicer quality. Nothing against So-So Toys, but the sculpt on the Hot Toys version was much better. And him in the red glasses is just super cool. I'm glad So-So Toys give you the option for black or red, but I'm going red every day of the week. And this is just an awesome sight to see. I do wish I had a Kingpin in a regular black suit. I do have the So-So Toys Kingpin, which is awesome. But I don't know, like a classic black suit Kingpin would really do wonders for the old Daredevil grouping here. Anyway, let's see some Daredevil articulation, shall we then? So, life ending 360 degrees, up that far, down that far, back and forth. Arm goes up that far, not much. The suit is very restrictive, so you're not going to get a lot out of him. Not bad at the elbow, though. There is some crunch. Barely any spread. Leg goes up further than I thought. Leg goes back 0. And articulation at the knee is about a little bit more than a 90. You do get split cut at the boot, but it is really loose. So it's really struggling to do anything with that split cut, which is a shame. So you get some decent, like, regular fighting poses, but you're not going to be able to get those over-the-top Daredevil action poses that he's ever so known for without compromise. Anyway, let's swing ourselves down to the end of the video. I had a vision with this wire, and then I lost the vision just as quickly as I had it. It's like an idea, a fleeting idea that just came into my brain and left just as soon as I started actually thinking. I love the idea of this wire, and I've got a lot more wire to work with, so I'm probably going to do something a little bit better here. But man, it's hard to work with at first, but it definitely makes for a much better, I guess, a much better piece than just kind of having this little dangly bit and hoping you can get whatever shape you want out of that. I'm glad that the new one will have a bit more freedom with that, because, you know, a big part of this figure, or this character, is having this freedom of this big wirely wangle thing, and it's huge in the comics. You know, they use that for covers, and it looks pretty. It always looks pretty. So I was trying to make something pretty, but it just kind of feels like he's jumping rope, because I'm an idiot, and I don't know how to make things look pretty, apparently, because I'm an ugly, ugly man. But yes, I'm super stoked to finally have this guy in my collection. I think it is going to make for a very good time to have a solid Matt Murdock collection, growing with my Spider-Man collection that is pretty much full, at least movie MCU-wise, until a new movie comes out and they would give him 5 more suits that I have to buy. But for the moment, my MCU Spider-Mans are full, so I had to collect something, so I was going with MCU Daredevil. But now, until the new ones release, that's full as well. So now I guess I need something new to collect. I'm almost done with Captain America, so I might as well just start with that, because he's cheaper, a lot cheaper than Iron Man. But I am so happy to have this guy. He looks great, other than my few grievances with the black. I think this is a worthwhile figure that definitely does not deserve the $900 minimum price point that most people sell this guy for, but is an overall great figure if you can get your hands on him for anything cheaper than that. I mean, Crosshair is also like $900 on eBay right now, which is crazy. Crosshair, great figure, not $900 great. But sometimes, you know, that exclusivity, and now everybody wants it, so the price is really being driven up because people are watching Daredevil right now, so people really want it, which is why I got it early. So I didn't lose my mind trying to get it for $5 million, because I would have never paid that. So yes, I'm happy. Do you have this guy in your collection? Do you have any Matt Murdock memorabilia in your collection, 6 scale wise, or other than 4th? So Toys, the other Hot Toys version, this version, the Sideshow Daredevil. You know, do you have, what kind of Daredevil stuff you got in your collection? I want to know. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, please feel free to subscribe, because the channel's been doing super nice recently, and I'm super enjoying making silly stuff like this, especially because Daredevil this week is probably going to hit a high note. So I'm feeling really good, especially with this guy now in hand. I'm a little bit even more excited for this season to end and season 2 to start, and hopefully be an absolute smasher, because I've really been enjoying season 1. I know a lot of people haven't been feeling the same, but I've honestly enjoyed season 1, I feel like, a lot more than most people have, which makes me really happy that I've gotten this figure again. And as always, I've been me, and you've been you. Thank you for watching another 6 scale figure review. Hopefully you join me next time when we review something maybe new. I will see you then.